It's Ben Seong from Learn ASP. Are you looking for answers on fitness, nutrition, body composition, performance, and lifestyle? Well, if you are, then this is the episode for you. Welcome to our Q&A zone where we will be answering your questions specifically on these 5 pillars. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode ahead.
What are the reasons of plantar fasciitis and how can we prevent or strengthen the right areas to heal it?
So plantar fasciitis is where the soles of your feet are really tight. And often when it's so tight, it hurts. This can be the case based on the shoes you wear. You may be wearing the wrong shoes. Plantar fasciitis can obviously be the fact that you are moving too much in a particular way that causes the fascia, we spoke about that, to tighten on the soles of your feet. Now, the soles of your feet actually have one of the thickest fascias. And so they are very responsive. And when they are tight, you find that your whole body actually tightens up. This is exactly why when you go for a foot massage and someone touches the soles of your feet and cracks it, you know, it's painful to start off with. And then after that, you just go, oh my gosh, this is great. You feel amazing. That's what it actually does. You feel that your whole body starts to loosen up. The fascia in your feet can prevent your body from moving effectively. So you got to loosen it up. How can we prevent plantar fasciitis? Very simple. After your workout, start to roll your feet out. Get a wooden rod, if anything, on the floor or a tennis ball, step on it and roll it out. Roll it slowly. Learn to embrace those cracking sounds that you hear that you just go, oh, that sounds disgusting. It cracks because it is tight. If you regularly loosen the fascia on your feet, you find that your body moves a lot better. In fact, you'll find everything all the way up to your hips moves great. And in fact, that could also affect shoulder mobility and stability because your whole body is connected by fascia. Fascia is something nowadays that we've learned to understand that it's more than just something that covers the muscle. In fact, it's kind of an organ on its own accord. It communicates throughout the body. Anything to do with injuries, movement, vibrations, energy, they all move through fascia. So we're learning a lot more about fascia. It's becoming more and more an important area that we need to look into.
What is your opinion on effectiveness of daily undulating periodization, which alternates heavy, moderate, and light load sessions over the course of the week?
Okay, so for those of you that may not know Anka Ho, Anka is one of our regular viewers. So hi, Anka. I appreciate your questions. They're such great questions, really. So keep them coming. Here he's asking about undulating periodization. So periodization, again, is a more detailed concept of how should you program. Undulating periodization means really trying to program it so your body doesn't burn out fast. It is using heavier loads over a period of time, then lighter loads over a period of time, and kind of going heavy, light, heavy, light. So your body doesn't burn out with doing too much volume, or it doesn't burn out with too much intensity, right? So that's how you undulate, and that prolongs the longevity of the body and the progress. So it's a great way of doing it. He's asking, can I do something like that through the week? So can I do a heavy to start off with, start of the week, moderate weight or medium weight midweek, a lightweight to end the week? Can you do that? Absolutely, you can. Not a problem. But remember, when you undulate something that frequent, the purpose of doing that, of undulating, for example, is to make sure you're trying to break the stagnation of the body. That's what programming is for. You're trying to break where your body is in terms of its strength and hypertrophy profile. You want to change it so your body continues to grow and continues to get stronger. For beginners and intermediate people, most of them, you don't need such advanced techniques of periodization, right? I prefer to use the least amount of change in a program to create the maximal amount of change in the body. I want to give you this concept. When you train, do you train for the sake of staying for X amount of hours in the gym to say that I've trained for 3 hours so I can get results? But if I told you, if I told you all you needed to do was to hit a certain amount of reps and sets based on the weights you're choosing, just that amount, and you will see the same results, if not better, than the results you see if you stayed for an hour and a half in the gym and train? Would you prefer to train that way? Or would you want to stay for 1.5 hours to continue to train hard but not train smart. Most people would choose the shorter period of time, just so long as I hit that and I can see the change. Unfortunately, they do that via theory, right? They like to know that they can do that, but most people are emotionally connected to the gym. So they like to stay for a lot longer. They like to make sure they're completely sore, exhausted, fatigued, crawl out of the gym, scream, sweat. Then they go, yes, I've had a good workout. What if I told you that actually counteracted your results? It didn't give you results. In fact, you were basically hitting your head on the wall because you're seeing the same results, doing the same thing again and again and again and again. What you needed was to work out less. Very similar to this question right here. This is how I'm going to relate it. It's a very advanced technique. Training heavy, start of the week, medium weights, middle week, light weights at the end of the week. The body doesn't need so many changes of rep ranges before it can adapt. All you want to do in a training session is to make sure your body doesn't adapt. I can make sure the body doesn't adapt by changing one small thing. I don't have to change heavy, medium, light. I want the body to adapt. Adaptation is actually very important for growth. So if this question, can you do it? Yes, you can. Is it effective? Depends. If I have a very advanced person who is an athlete or an advanced lifter, more than 5 years, proper lifting, I could give them that. For an average person in the gym, no use. I let them stay on a particular program, allow them to trial the program, let their body adapt. Important, let their body adapt to it. Once it has adapted, I can then change it. That adaptation process is important for stability of joints, also for your body to realize that it is safe. Your body adapts because it is safe. Move on. So very, very important. You need, in my opinion, you need the adaptation process. Don't just keep looking at overcoming adaptation because you're more than likely to get injured if you try to overcome adaptation too fast.
Ask, what is your advice in back training to engage the lats?
Great question, Jack. Jack is one of my clients all the way from America. So welcome. Now, here's your question, Jack. What is your advice in back training to engage the lats more? Here's a really good one. Flex the lats. A lot of people don't realize the impact of flexing, right? So we know we get the gym bros. They go to the gym and flex in front of the mirror all the time. But let me put in this perspective. If I could tell you there could be a positive to take away from flexing, apart from their facial expressions trying to think that they're the coolest individuals in the gym, flexing has a purpose. It's actually an isometric contraction. So remember the 3 contractions, right? You've got your eccentric, your isometric, your concentric. Now, isometric means your muscles are contracted, working, but there's no net movement. So it's a flex, you're posing. When you're flexing your lats in front of the mirror, you're ideally trying to identify both your lats are flat at the same width, at the same time, and they're evenly spread out. Learning to flex first will tire your lats out, which also means that you gain a bigger mind-muscle connection. So you draw a connection to your lats. Then you perform a lat exercise. So I actually like sometimes to use a flex as a pre-activation tool for a particular muscle. So if I want to get my legs, I could flex my legs first and then do a leg movement. Hit my back, flex my lats first, and take time learning to feel how your lats can actually spread out and flex, and then doing a lat movement. And that actually really helps. So it may be seen as the doof exercise in the gym, the bro exercise, but if you put it correctly, it's a great tool.
Thank you for watching our episode today. I hope that you have really taken away some great information and are able to use it to get better results. Make sure you join us in our next episode, and if you do have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and make sure that you subscribe and like. See you soon.